This is the guided practice for 8.1, and we're talking about functions. A function is a relation that assigns exactly one output value to one input value. So you have an input, you go through a function, and you have an output. So if we're looking over here, this x, this is the input, like what goes in the machine. This is the function, and then this is your output. This is the answer, or what I get. Okay? So we look at number 1. Isaiah is buying jelly beans in bulk. They cost $3 per pound, and a candy dish costs $2. The function rule is 3 times x, some number of pounds, we don't know how many pounds you buy, plus $2, which is just the one candy dish, you don't need more than one, where x is the number of pounds, can be used to find the total cost of x pounds of jelly beans and one dish. Make a table that shows the total cost of buying 2, 3, or 4 pounds of jelly beans and one dish. Okay? So if we buy 2 pounds, that's going to be my input. 3 pounds is an input, and 4. So if I just buy 2 pounds, I put this 2 pounds in the function, which is 3 times 2 plus 2. Now, order of operations tell me I do the multiplication first. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 2 is 8. So if I want 2 pounds of jelly beans, it's going to cost me $8. But what if I want 3 pounds? 3 times 3 pounds plus 2. That's going to be 9, 11. Okay, what if I want 4 pounds? I put x as the input, plus 2. 3 times 4 is 12, plus 2 more is 14. Okay? Let's look at number 2. Says Jasper hikes 4 miles per hour. The function rule that represents this situation is 4 times x, where x is the number of hours. Make a table to find out how many hours he hiked when he has gone 8, 12, and 20 miles. Then graph the function. Okay, so I'm looking here. Looks like we have the output. Hiked how many hours? So this is the question. When he has hiked 8, 12, and 20 miles. So here's 8, here's 12, and here's 20. Okay, now my function is going to be 4x equals 8. So I want to solve for x. So 4x equals 8. Solve for this x. It's times 4. So divide this by 4. Divide this by 4. X equals 2. I think it's going to be 2 hours. So, get rid of that. If I put 4, and then 2 is my x, for 2 hours, does 4 times 2 equal 8? Sure does. Okay, so I'm going to do 4x equals 12. Divide this by 4, divide this by 4, x equals 3. Okay? 4 times 3 equals 12. Now I could just make a prediction 4 here. 4 times 4, that equals 16. That is a wrong one. Oops, I erased too much. 4 times 3 equals 12. Now, 4 was not enough, so I'm going to go to 5. And 4 times 5 is 20. So there it is. Now, we're going to graph it. I want you to look here. I want you to see how that's the x, that's the y. This right here is the x, and this is the y. Okay? You always do x first. So this one is 2 hours, 2 hours right here, and then I have to go all the way to 8 miles. And you can see hours here, miles here. 2 and 8 is right there. 3 and 12, 3 up to 12, and 5 and 20. Right there. And then we got our line here. I could do 0 right here because I know if I go 0 hours, 4 times 0, it's going to be 0 miles. So 0. Alright. And that's how you use the input-output function. So this is input function, output, and then you graph it. And the input is the x, the output is the y. You can graph it, and you are good to go.